Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are looking at the MLB PrizePicks plays for Saturday. Happy Saturday to everybody watching. I posted the MLB PrizePicks yesterday on Twitter, and we also hit this nice 1,200 odds parlay. But we went 2-0-1, so we did make money. Basically hitting the same thing as a 2x or a 2-leg power play on PrizePicks. Musgrove got 8Ks, Junis got 5Ks, and the Barrios got the push with 5K. See if we can get a sweep today. As always, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Follow me on Twitter for updates and for more plays and stuff like that over there. We'll have some MMA parlays later today with a nice pay-per-view event tonight. First prop I want to give you guys is going to be a strikeout prop. They don't have the innings or the pitching outs board out yet, and that one is one that I do like to take a look at. So we'll see if anything looks appealing once that does get released. But the first prop I want to go ahead and put in here is going to be the over strikeouts on Lucas Giolito. It's at 6.5. This is one that I can definitely get behind. If we look at Giolito's, if we look over here on OddsJam, which is definitely going to be a pretty nice tool for us to use for making some props. They just have so many different selections that you can look to and compare the odds across the sportsbooks and make you help you with your PrizePicks plays. But if we look at the player strikeouts here between these two, the pitchers going today, we got Giolito 6.5. The over is favored across the sportsbooks. The under is the underdog on especially the main ones like FanDuel and DraftKings Sportsbook. Giolito going up against a Texas Rangers team that does strike out a decent amount. They're right in the middle of the pack, 8.42. The last couple, they've been striking out a lot with 11 Ks per game. And Giolito's always been a very good strikeout pitcher. We can go ahead and take a look at how often he's hit this year. So over on DraftKings, we can look at the game log for Lucas Giolito. He didn't hit it last game against Tampa Bay, but before that, 8Ks, 7Ks, 7Ks, 5Ks. Then going further down, 10Ks, 7Ks, 9Ks, 6Ks. So he's at least gotten 7Ks in all but 3 starts this year. So we're looking at a 66% hit rate for Giolito just based on this year's sample. And he does give you a lot of strikeout upside in general with 62 Ks in 48 innings this year. So that one I do feel very good about. The second one that I'm going to give you is another stud, and that's going to be Zach Wheeler. Over 7 strikeouts here against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Phillies are on an absolute roll right now, winning 8 straight games, getting back to 500 since the firing of Joe Girardi. They've put up this one. They had their winning streak, and they won 7 in a row since they fired Girardi under the new manager, Rob Thompson. If we look at the strikeouts that the Diamondbacks do give, they are the 3rd highest strikeout rate in MLB this year, striking out 9.2 times per game. Especially on the road, they strike out a bunch, 9.73, which is a little bit more, about a 1.06 more than they strike out at home. And Zach Wheeler is looking like himself once again, just like last year where he finished 2nd in Cy Young voting. So taking a look at Zach Wheeler's game log, see he's hit this 9K, 7Ks, he got at least a push here, 10Ks, 9Ks, 7Ks, 7Ks. So he hasn't gotten below 7Ks since the end of April, and that was when he was still, on a bit of a pitch limit, only through 80 for that start. And then the first 2 starts back, because he didn't have a long spring training, he was I don't even know if he pitched at all spring training, but he was very limited. So he started off just throwing 65 and 66 pitches in his first 2 starts. So you definitely can't count on that. But recently, looking like the workhorse that he was last year, throwing close to 100 pitches, 99, 101, 105, and going up against a strikeout-heavy team like Arizona, I think it's a very good one. Looking at the props here, over 6.5 strikeouts is minus 155. We need over 7.5, which currently is a little bit of the underdog, but right at 7, if he gets a push, wouldn't be the worst thing. But I do like Zach Wheeler just the way that he's been pitching. Phillies continue to roll, and he's going up against Madison Bumgarner, so a good chance that he's able to just get some run support and then just pitch with the lead, which will help him. And then the last prop I'm going to go ahead and put in here is going to be a fantasy score prop, and that's going to be looking at another top-tier pitcher who's been this one has been struggling a bit this year in his last couple of starts. He's still having a great season, but we're getting a pretty low number on Kevin Gausman. This is one of the dream matchups you could ask for going up against the Detroit Tigers. Looking at the matchup here, they strike out a bunch. They're bottom 3rd in strikeouts, 8.45. They just do not score a lot of runs in general. Look at how many runs they're scoring a game. They're dead last. They're behind Oakland at this point by almost half a run. So it's just a very, very good matchup. We saw Barrios, who's been struggling a lot this year for most of his starts. He went 8 strong against them, and Gausman has pitched a lot better than Barrios all season. And this one, I think, is a great bounce back after kind of struggling a bit in 3 out of his last 4 starts, not getting a ton of fantasy points. But this one is just a dream matchup, and 38.5 with how heavily favored the Blue Jays are, wouldn't be much of a problem at all for him to go ahead and get the win, which I do expect him to get the win. And we can look at that if he gets the win, as well as going 6 innings and gets the quality start, which is very likely for a team that just doesn't score a lot of runs. You're going to get 10 points right there if he's able to go 6 quality innings and he's able to get the win. And then all you need is 29 more fantasy points. And if he goes 6 innings, that's 18 already there. So you only need like 4 strikeouts if he is able to go 6 with the quality starts based on the 38.5. And then, if he does give up a couple runs, that's going to be -3. But ultimately, I really do like Gausman today. Have a big game. Love Wheeler. Going with the aces today. Giolito, Zach Wheeler, Kevin Gausman. We don't have a ton of other top-tier pitchers that I feel too confident about. I do like Montas, but Cleveland is the lowest strikeout rate in MLB this season. I would want to maybe take a shot on like Morton, but he's also kind of up there at 5.5 now. And then I just have no confidence really. Like Carrasco's up to 6, even though the Angels strike out a bunch. But I don't know if I can count on 7 Ks from Carrasco. Has usually been right around that 5 range. He had 10 Ks last start, which we did take him, but I don't think I want to go with him once again today. And that's basically it for the PrizePicks video. You can let me know if you have any questions down below, but hopefully we can get a sweep today. Best of luck, and I will see you all next time.